Hello everybody, it's finally time for another SWU Challenges video update. This one has been long overdue and my apologies for that. But well, to misquote Jurassic Park, life gets in the way. Anyway, I'll be doing a quick update on what's going on and what I'm working on, and then I'm going to play a quick game of my Bossk ECL green against the Darth Vader AI deck. First things first, one problem with the rules has been for co-op, and in general co-op has been way too easy for the human players, basically because they are two players, so they have two leaders, and the AI deck only has one leader, and being able to deploy two leaders against only one leader is a huge advantage. So my way of fixing that has been to create generic leaders that can be added to AI decks for co-op play. And I have made two. I have made one which is heroic. It has an heroic icon, and one that is villainy and has a villainy icon. But they work in the exact same way. And the way they work is that, well, it says on the card, during a co-op game using a deck with a heroism leader, use this leader as a second leader. And then it says when this leader is a unit, it has the same printed cost, power, and HP as the other leader's unit side. And it also takes on the other leader's traits. And then you deploy it. The epic action is if your other leader has been deployed this game, deploy this leader. So anytime in a co-op AI game, the AI rolls to deploy their leader, they will first deploy their normal leader, and then the next time they roll to deploy leader, they'll deploy this generic secondary leader. And on the unit side, it has some special stats to represent that it takes on the, let's just use Vader here as an example. It takes on the other leader's stats and traits. So this one will have the printed cost of 7, like Vader. It will have 5 power and 8 HP, the same as Vader. But then it also has some game text, which says this unit gets +3, +2. So when deployed in a Vader deck, this leader would be an 8/10, which is quite a lot, but that extra bonus is just to make up for the fact that these generic leaders don't have any abilities otherwise. So this would be an 8/10 Force Imperial Sith unit when deployed. And then it just has an attack speed of 50 and an attack selection of base, and then lowest power if something prevents it from attacking base. So these should make co-op play slightly harder. I also made some changes to how many cards the AI deck or AI player draws during co-op, and all of that has been updated in the rules document. And in the rules document, you can also find these images on the very last page if you want to print these generic leaders for your own use and in your own co-op games. So anyway, I hope that improves the co-op experience. Let's put that aside. In addition to that, I have also been working on the new AI deck. I had a poll up on the Patreon, and one selection won by one vote. It didn't win exactly by one vote, but it got one vote, and that is the total amount of votes given. And the winner was a return of the Jedi AI deck, which would focus on the climactic third act battle. I'm still working on that, but just to give you a quick preview of what I'm working on and what I'm playing around with right now for that Return of the Jedi deck, I'll just leave these here for a moment. These are 3 10 HP bases. One is the shield generator, one is the Death Star 2, and then one is the throne room. And I don't think I'm going to say much more than that right now. So let's pack these away again, and let's get into a game against Darth Vader. So let's start off by deploying the AI leader and shuffle up the AI's deck. And I'm actually going to be playing this on hard difficulty because the Darth Vader deck, I feel, is one of the easiest AI decks to play against. And in most of the games I've played against it, in particularly with my Bossk deck, I pretty much steamrolled the Darth Vader deck. So I'm going to play it on hard difficulty, which means that it starts with 3 cards in hand as usual, but then in every subsequent turn it'll draw 4 cards. So anyway, let's shuffle up here and get ready with 3 cards as the starting hand, and then 2 resources, and then I'll shuffle up my own deck. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I'll draw my 6 cards for my starting hand, and let's just roll for initiative first. I'm calling even. That's a 2, so I get to start. Let's look at my starting hand. I have 2 bounties, and I have Jango Fett and Chrysanthemum and Discerning Veteran and Overwhelming Barrage. I don't really have any units, so I have to rely on the AI playing a unit and then playing a bounty on that unit. But let's just do that. And now I have to get rid of some cards. The Discerning Veteran, I'll resource. And then I really like all of the remaining cards. So the question is, do I want to Bounty Hunter's Quarry and get a free unit, or do I want to Price on Your Head and ramp? And my thinking is that I want to get as much damage into the opponent's base before Vader deploys. So I'm probably wanting to ramp, but I also really no. I think I'll just get rid of this one and keep the overwhelming barrage. Okay, so I start. I'll pass because I don't have anything to play my bounties on. Then it's the AI's turn. Reveal a card. It's a 5 cost, too expensive. Reveal the next one. It's an upgrade, no units to play it on. Cost 3. Okay, so the AI gets a mulligan because it couldn't play any cards in its first action. So it gets 3 new cards. Another upgrade. And here's a TIE Fighter, and we can play that. So I'm going to play that, and when I play a villainy card, I can exhaust Vader and deal 1 damage to an enemy unit and 1 damage to a base. Well, that's just to the base because I don't have any units out. So now I can play Price on Your Head on this TIE, and then it's the AI's turn. And that's 3 cost, too expensive. It's me again. I'm going to ping the TIE Fighter to death, and then I'm going to ramp with Price on Your Head. So now up to 3 resources. Maybe I should move this up a bit so you can see my resources. That's better. Of course, I should have rolled for the AI to do it probably, but since it can only really play cards at the first turn, it's not going to be an issue. So anyway, the AI can't do anything more now. It doesn't have any cards left in hand, so it's just going to claim initiative. And I can't do anything more, so I'm going to pass, and that's the end of the first turn. So now we go to the second turn. Refill the AI's hand with 4 cards, because we're playing on hard difficulty. Get another resource. I'm going to play, draw my 2 cards. I drew another Jango Fett and a Take Captive. I don't really need 2 Jango Fetts, so I am just going to resource one of them. I am considering actually keeping 2 Jango Fetts and then getting rid of the Take Captive because it's not all that useful right now. But I'm just going to resource the Jango Fett. Then the AI goes first. So reveal a card. It's a soul block card. That's a 3 cost, which it can afford because it has 3 resources. So we're going to play that. Exhaust a resource. Tap Vader because it played a villainy card and deal 1 to my base. And then it is my turn. So my problem is that I could play a bounty on the cell block guard, but then I don't have any more plays afterwards, and I've only used 1 of my 4 available resources. I can play Jango Fett and then use all my resources. I could ECL in, but that's not going to do much right now, so I'm just going to play him like that. And then it's the AI's turn. Reveal card. Seasoned Short Trooper. It is a 2 cost, and the AI has exactly 2 ready resources. So we're going to play that and exhaust the resource. And it's my turn. I can't do anything, so I am going to claim initiative. AI's turn again. 5 cost 7 Sister. That's too expensive. And an 8 cost Reinforcement Walker. That's definitely too expensive. I've already claimed, and the AI can't do any more, so it's going to pass. So we're going to round 3. Ready up AI stuff. 4 resources. An extra resource. 4 cards in hand, of course, I meant to say. I drew a Super Laser Technician and a Ruthless Raider. And I'll be at 5 resources, so I don't really need the Super Laser Tech to ramp because I'm getting Bossk out anyway, and I can Overwhelming Barrage on Bossk. So I think on the other hand, I could use 1 resource for the Bounty Hunter's Quarry and then get Bossk out and claim that bounty twice. Then I can't Overwhelming Barrage this turn, so I probably want something else to use money on. On the other hand, if I Overwhelming Barrage, that should be more units in the next couple of turns that I can Bounty Hunter's Quarry on. So I think I'm just going to resource the Super Laser Tech. Ready up, and I go first. So we are just going to flip Bossk. Then it's the AI's turn, and now it can actually attack with some units. So now we roll the dice. That's a 3. That's a deploy leader. We can't do that yet. Then it's a play card from hand. So we're going to do that. That's a General Rias. That's a tough card to see right now. Play that and exhaust the resource. So now they all, well, these 2 all have +1 health from VS, so my Overwhelming Barrage does a little less damage. That is kind of annoying. So I can actually only take out, well, I can take out 2 of them because the moment he dies, yeah, the Soul Block God also dies. So I'm Overwhelming Barrage on Bossk for 6. 3 to him, 3 to him. He dies, and then the slow block guard dies. And then it's the AI's turn. We are going to roll the die. A 6, that's an attack. And the seasoned shore trooper has an attack selection of restore, which means a unit that has restore. None of my units has restore. And then the next selection is just lowest power, and that's the Jango Fett. So it's going to run into Jango Fett, die, and give Jango Fett 2 damage. Then it's my turn. I think I'm just going to run into the base for 6 because of the +2 from the Overwhelm Barrage. That's 5 and 1. Then it's the AI's turn. Yeah, I can only really play a card, so I'm not going to bother rolling the die. The force row. Let's pay 1 for that first. An opponent discards a card from their hand. Then if you control a force unit, the AI doesn't. So that doesn't really matter, but I still have to discard a card from my hand. I'm just going to get rid of the take captive. Then it's my turn. Just going in for 3 more damage to the AI's base, so it's up to 9 now. AI's turn again. It's going to try to play a card. Snow Trooper Lieutenant. It costs 2, and it has exactly 2 open resources. That's also a villainy unit, so it's going to exhaust Vader and deal 1 damage to my base. And then it says, if you do deal 1 damage to each enemy base and 1 damage to an upgraded enemy unit, none of these are upgraded, or the enemy unit with the lowest remaining HP. Jango is at 4 remaining HP, so he's going to take 1 damage. And then it is my turn, and I am just going to claim initiative. And then the AI is going to try to play the last card. It's an open fire, it costs too much, so it goes back on the bottom, and then the AI is just going to pass. Onwards to next turn. 4 cards into the AI's hand. Ready resources, get another resource. I am going to draw 2 cards. Okay, another Bounty Hunter's Quarry. This could get pretty nasty pretty quickly. And I'm going to be at 6 resources. So I could play the Punishing One, exhaust it, then play the Bounty Hunter's Quarry on the Snow Trooper Lieutenant, then kill the Snow Trooper Lieutenant, claim the reward, ready Punishing One. And then if the AI plays another unit, I could play the second Bounty Hunter's Quarry and then maybe claim that twice next turn. So that is what I'm going to do. On the other hand, I don't really want to get rid of the Ruthless Raider. But I'm going to get units from the Bounty Hunter's Quarry anyway. So you know what, I'm going to get I could also just not resource, which I think actually makes sense. Yeah, I'm not going to not resource. So I'm staying on 5 resources. And then I'm going to start off by now, if I deploy the Bounty Hunter's Quarry right away, I might risk the Snow Trooper Lieutenant attacking and dying, and then I get the bounty, but I don't get to ready Punishing One. So I'm going to risk it and play Punishing One first, and hope that the Snow Trooper Lieutenant doesn't kamikaze into one of my units. AI's turn. Going to roll die. That's a 6. Well, that's an attack. So he is going to attack the unit with the lowest remaining HP, and that is Jango Fett. So it's taking Jango to 5. He's almost dead. I think I am just going to attack base for 4. 1, 4. Then it's the AI's turn, and the AI will just play a card from hand. Death Star Stormtrooper. Pay 1 for that. Tap. Yeah, now I got greedy and I'm paying for it now. So do 1 damage to my base and 1 damage to the enemy unit with the lowest remaining HP. That's Jango Fett. So now he didn't get to collect his bounty, which sucks. But that's how it is, because I wanted to get damage through that one as well. So I'm just going to pay 1 for the bounty here. And then it is the AI's turn, and the AI is going to try to play a card. Open fire. It can play that. Pay 1 resource for that, and then deal 4 damage to an enemy unit with Sentinel. Nobody has Sentinel. The enemy unit with the highest power among enemy units with 5 or less remaining HP and no shield token. This has more than 5 or less. And then the last selection is just the enemy unit with the highest power. So that's 4 damage to Bossk. Then it's my turn. I could play my last bounty, but I think I'm just going to claim initiative. Then the AI gets to play a card again. Force choke. Ugh, this is bad. Just paid 2 for that. Deal 5 damage to an enemy non-vehicle unit with Sentinel. Doesn't send the enemy non-vehicle unit with the highest power. That's Bossk. So now Bossk is dead. And now I really, really regret not just getting that bounty when I could. But I get to draw a card at least. Draw a stolen land speeder, which is not going to help me. I already claimed, so the AI gets to go again. Reinforcement the war, can't play that, and then that round is over. So 4 new cards into the AI's hand. And ready everything. I am going to draw 2 cards. I drew a Dingar and another Ruthless Raider. I think the Stolen Land Speeder is not going to do much for me right now. So I'm resourcing that, which gets me to 6 resources. I am going to start off by attacking AI space for 3. That's 2 and 1, and then we roll for the AI. That's a 1, so that is deploy leader, but it only has 6 resources, so we're going to play a card instead. Seasoned Shore Trooper. Pay for that. Tap. Exhaust the Vader. And deal 1 damage to my base and 1 damage to my only unit. Then I am going to pay 6 for the Ruthless Raider. I'm dealing 2 damage to AI space, and then I am killing the Death Star Stormtrooper. And I'm going to claim the Bounty Hunter's Quarry. Actually, no, I don't want to deal 2 to that because I can kill him with Bossk. I'm dealing 2 to the Seasoned Shore Trooper. Then it's AI's turn again. Roll the die. That's a 2. That's a play another card. This crap, because now I can't kill the Shore Trooper with Bossk's ability. I feel like this game is going south pretty quickly. But anyway, I'm going to ping 1 damage to the Stormtrooper. Then it's the AI's turn again. 1, play another card. Super Laser Technician, pay 1 for that. I am going to claim initiative. Roll for the AI. 2, still playing a card. That's a Relentless, that is not coming out this turn. I claimed the AI can only do 1 thing now because it doesn't have any more cards in hand, and that is to attack, so it's going to attack my base for 3. It is. And that is the end of that round. So 4 cards into the AI's hand. AI gets another resource, which puts it at 7, so now Vader can come out to play. I am going to draw a Maul. That is pretty nice. That could get rid of this. And how many resources I'm at? I'm going to be at 7, so that's just enough for Maul and not the. Well, I have timely intervention. I'm going to resource that since I can smuggle that in anyway. And I'm going to ready to everything. And I think my first action will just be to. Oh, I could also Maul into Veers and then kill Maul into Vader and then kill Vader with a bounty ping next turn. But I feel like I need to get rid of Veers right now because there's just too much damage on table. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to ambush in Maul, kill him, 4 overwhelm. And then 3 back to Maul, and then Stormtrooper dies because its health is equal to its damage. So I'm going to claim this bounty, look at the top 5 cards of my deck, and play a unit that costs 3 or less, and that is pretty poorly drawn. I drew 4 bounties and 1 unit that costs 6. So this is really not going my way right now. But if we look at the damage on base, the AIS has 22 and I'm going in for 7 more, so this game is going to be over soon anyway. But let's play it out. AI's turn, roll the die. A 5, that's attack, and Super Lace Technician has an attack speed of 45 and Seasoned Stormtrooper is 43, so it will attack with a Super Lace Technician. And Super Lace Technician has an attack selection of unit with shield token. None of mine have shield token. And then highest remaining HP, and that is of course Maul, that's the only one. So he dies and gives 2 more damage to my Maul. Then it's my turn. I'm going to I want to keep this guy for. Oh, I did this wrong. I should have attacked with a punishing 1 before killing the Stormtrooper and claiming the bounty, because then I could have read it and finished the game this turn. Anyway, 3 more to base. So it's a 25, and it's the AI's turn. A 6, that's another attack, and he is just going to run into Maul. And they're going to die, both of them, and then I'm attacking base for 4 more. Then it's the AI again. That's a 5 attack. Nope, nothing to attack with, then play card from hand. Ooh, a TIE Interceptor. When played, deal 3 damage to an enemy unit, space unit with Sentinel, the enemy space unit with the lowest remaining HP, that is the punishing 1, so that is going to kill the punishing 1. And it is a villainy card, so we exhaust Vader, deal 1 damage to my base, and 1 damage to the Ruthless Raider. Then it is my turn, and I'm going to claim, if I haven't already, AI's turn. That's a 1. That is a deploy leader action. I passed, or I've claimed, so just the AI's turn again. A 5. That is an attack, and it will attack with Vader. It's the only ready unit. On attack, deal 2 damage to an upgraded enemy unit. Nobody's upgraded. The enemy unit with the lowest remaining HP, that is this one. That's the only one we have to deal with. And he's going to deal 5 to my base. And then it's the AI again, and the AI can only really play cards from hand, so we're going to do that. Force Choke. Deal 5 damage to any non-vehicle unit. Yeah, okay, so this card doesn't have any eligible targets because this is a unit, this is a vehicle, and this card only works on non-vehicle. So we're just going to put that back on the bottom and draw the next card. Oh shit! Another TIE Interceptor, and that is going to deal 3 damage to my Ruthless Raider and killing it. I just need 1 more damage to the enemy base. Let's play another card. from the AI's hand, Super Laser Technician, and that is all the AI's actions. And he's done, so now we get ready for another round. 4 cards to the AI's hand. Another resource, ready everything. This is getting hairy. Ooh, look at that. I drew another more, so that's going to finish the game off. I'm just going for the sake of it. I am going to resource the Kylo's TIE Silencer. And then as my very first action, I am going to maul, ambush, kill this one, and deal 6 overwhelm to base, which is enough to kill the AI. So there you have it. That was Bossk green against Vader green. At some point, I am probably going to make an AI deck that most likely a blue-green deck that has a bunch of ramp cards like resupply, because this Vader AI deck really needs to be able to ramp more to get Vader out sooner. That's the big weakness of this deck right now. So I'm thinking of doing like maybe a Kira or an Iden green deck with a resupply, and then you can use the resupply and maybe some other ramp cards from that deck and mix them into the Vader AI deck to make that a bit more competitive. But for now, I'm of course focusing on the Return of the Jedi AI deck for the next release. So anyway, that's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and have fun.